Welcome back to Anfield. A huge 2-0 win for Liverpool over the Kings in Europe, nonetheless. 2 goals, Alexis McAllister and Cody Gakpo, puts Liverpool back to the top of the league phase in the Champions League. And one man that will make me very, very, very happy after that is Arne Slot, and he joins us now. Arne, lovely for you to join us. Thank you so much. You said pre-match this is just another game, same as every other one. Now that you've completed a 2-0 win over them, how does it feel, especially with this kind of crowd here tonight?
I wouldn't say it's the same as any other one, because you know how special it is to play against the club that won this Champions League so many times and are the reigning champions as well. Dominated Europe for the last few years. We're a pain in the ass for Liverpool many times as well. So we knew it was a big week, but I said if this week is over, next week is a big week again with Newcastle and Everton. So, but I think it's not only the result, also the way we played is, it's pleasing to see.
You've been here obviously, and you obviously intentions are to do well and to win games,
sure,
etc. But you're here a few months now. Are you ahead of schedule in your own mind?
I didn't have a schedule in terms of amount of points. I think if you start at a new club, you want to implement your playing style as fast as possible. That was not that difficult because the playing style is so similar to Jurgen's, especially without the ball. So we both want to press really high. And there are certain details maybe with the ball that we do a bit different, but not that many. So implementing playing style, I'm very pleasing to see not only the starters, but also the ones that were on the bench today. If they are in the starting 11, they do the same. So that's very good to see, and you don't count points before you start the season. And if I would have done that, I probably wouldn't have counted so many as we have now.
Arne, what were your instructions at half-time? Because the first half was very impressive, but of course it was goalless.
Yeah, I wouldn't say impressive. I felt that we were still a bit too impatient. So every time when they threatened us, which didn't happen a lot, was from us being sloppy in passing or forcing it too much. So I said, I think there's more into you guys than you show at the moment. You can play with more intensity and you can play better with the ball. So forget the shirt you face. Just do what you always do. And then hopefully we can even create more chances than we already did the first half.
There's usually a lot of focus put on the attacking players, but I just want to ask you about Kelleher tonight.
Yeah.
What was going through your head when Kylian Mbappé stepped up, and how impressive do you think he is?
The same thing that went through my mind when Mo Salah stepped up. In both situations you think, it's probably going to go in because they have such a great record. But yeah, both missed. So they showed us today that they are human beings. And in Mbappe's situation, Queef saved it, which made it even more special for us. And I think there was another situation where he was also outstanding, Queef. So yeah, he's done remarkable for us. Just like our other goalkeeper, but Queef did remarkable today.
Arne, how impressive have you been with the young players, local players? I mean, obviously this club's steeped in history of bringing through young players, Maka being one of them. How impressive, how important are these guys for your squad?
They are, because people always say, and I think I have to agree with that if you are coming through the academy, you know what it means for the fans even more than the ones that come from different countries. And I think it's special for the fans, but also for the club, that if they play on this stage against the reigning champion and they do so well, and I think we talk about Queef, but I think you also agree with me that Connor was really strong and Curtis was really strong as well. Yeah, I think it's nice for everyone to see, but it's not the way I pick my players or I select my team, but it's... There are cheap options as well, which is also helpful with all these contract situations.
They're not very expensive.
No, but we haven't paid a transfer fee. That's what I mean. I'm not saying the contracts are cheap, but we haven't paid a transfer fee for them.
And a last question before we let you go, because I think your family have come over to see you, haven't they?
Yes, yeah, they do this more often, but especially this one.
Lovely.
They took a few days off of school.
Oh, fabulous.
Because
Brilliant.
they wanted to be here. Yeah.
What an amazing spectacle for them to see tonight. Are they going to stay for the Man City game? And how do you see that going now?
They will, but this will not impact the game on Sunday. Although sometimes my father gives me good advices. But no, it's nice that they are here. But my main focus is of course on Sunday on the team. But to have family around, that's always a good thing, because you don't have to be focused 24 hours. But 18 hours maybe. You should. Yeah.
Excellent. Lovely to have your time. Thank you so much. Go and enjoy your evening. And congratulations as well. What a huge win tonight. Thank you so much. There you go. Arne Slot, who is off to spend some time with his family and celebrate that win. The momentum that they would have got from that game against Real Madrid here at Anfield tonight. And let me tell you, the crowd, they are spectacular here, but they were particularly special, particularly loud tonight. And what a performance their team put on. Liverpool 2-0 win against Real Madrid, the champions of Europe. How does it change the perspective, I suppose, of the group stages that have gone to the league phase now, Maka? Because more trouble than we expected at this stage.
Well, yes, they are. They're the champions, aren't they? And they're the team that you always think, oh, they'll get through, and then they come good in February, March, and they probably will sneak through. But they're certainly making it hard for themselves, aren't they? I mean, they're not helped by the injuries. You have to say that hand in hand, but they're not playing very well. The confidence is low. They've got a difficult away tie in Bergamo, as you rightly said. Atalanta were brilliant last night. They usurped by Napoli at the top of Serie A, so they're playing really well. So in itself, it's a difficult game. Yeah. But when Madrid have got 6, 7, 8 injuries, and some of them till the end of the season, long term, it's a real conundrum for them. They're going to have to maybe do something in January, which they didn't want to do earlier, but they might have to be forced into them because they're having injury after injury after injury, and it doesn't seem as if it's going to stop.
We'll show you the league table again in just a second. What will the players be thinking on their way home now? A loss like this, and I know before the game you said, look, they always find a way through. At what point do they start to panic?
Yeah, of course they'll be utterly disappointed, but I think one of the most important things is they've probably got the most experienced manager leading them and knowing exactly how to deal with this situation, and he's been through it many times. So I'm sure, they'll go back to the drawing board. Obviously, hopefully they'll get some injuries back soon, and they'll know they'll need to keep fighting for that badge.
What will he be like in there, do you think? You've been there, you've seen that. What is he? Is he animated? Is he calm, cool?
No, he when he needs to lose his cool, he will lose his cool.
The eyebrow goes.
And you will know about it. So, but he has such a great relationship with all the players. But everybody knows there's a line, and nobody crosses it. And I think when he knows he's not getting the performance he wants, he will stamp his authority, and he will get a reaction for sure.
I was speaking to some of the Real Madrid staff on the phone over the last couple of days, and there was an air of this was going to be too difficult for them tonight. You know, they knew it was going to be difficult because Liverpool are playing really well. Yeah. So I don't think, as much as they were beaten tonight, they'll be disappointed. I don't think it was a shock like the Milan game was the last game. I think they expected Liverpool to come and probably win them over tonight, and that's what's happened. It's what's going to happen in the future. That's what they have to sort out with their home games.
Yeah, Laura, two of the guys instrumental in Liverpool's win over Real Madrid tonight. Guys, congratulations. Alexis, I know you've scored in the Champions League already for Liverpool, but did this one against Real Madrid mean that little bit more?
Well, thank you very much. Yes, of course, when you play against teams like Real Madrid, it's always nice to score, but the most important thing is that we won it, and I think in a really good way. We dominated the game, we deserved it, so we needed a couple of times this guy, but thank God that he's there and he really deserves it.
Yeah, Queven, well played again tonight. What is going through your mind when you see Kylian Mbappé stepping up to take a penalty?
Yeah, no, I mean, for me, I don't really look at the player too much, obviously. Felt confident. I've saved 2 in the last week or so. So yeah, I was confident, and then thankfully it went the right way again.
Cody Gakpo got the second goal for Liverpool tonight, Alexis. Has he shown, and the team as a whole, Queven as well, a good example of that every single player in this squad plays their part?
Yeah, that's what we try, and when we say in the dressing room, we know that players that come in are really important to finish the games. And if you want to win trophies, you need them. Of course, it's not nice to be on the bench, but we know that every guy that is here, when it comes in, that's the best for the team.
Does it feel like a statement? You've just beaten the Champions League holders, Real Madrid, here at Anfield.
Yeah, it's obviously, it's a big result. It was a massive game for us. Obviously, they got the better of us the last 2 times in the Champions League, so that we wanted to come out here tonight and put on a performance, and I thought the lads did really well.
And you do have a 100% record, the only team in the Champions League with that record right now. You've won every single game, you're top of the table. Should Liverpool be spoken of as one of the favourites to go on and win this competition now?
I don't know. I mean, it is nice, but at the same time, it means nothing because it's just the first phase. So we are happy with our performances. That's the most important thing, and we will keep going.
A Manchester City side, low on confidence, come here to Anfield at the weekend. You are 8 points clear already in the Premier League title race. After a result, a win like this, a performance against Real Madrid tonight, does it feel like you can beat anyone right now?
Yeah, obviously, listen, I think confidence is high within the whole squad. But we know, listen, Man City, they've not been on the best run at the moment, but what a team. So we're going to expect a really tough test again, and it's important that we keep winning the league as well to keep that gap as well. So, yeah, listen, we'll build all this. It's good confidence for the team and then try to go again.
Alexis, you've won plenty Player of the Match awards before, but this must be a special one. You're tonight's Man of the Match against Real Madrid in the Champions League. Well done. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Scoring and getting the score sheet. Just look, a brilliant performance and all round. If you want to make a statement, you want to do it in the Champions League, that's kind of how you do it. We've got a lot of analysis that we want to show you, so why don't we get straight into it. Rio, Alexis McAllister making it 1-0, and a brilliant one too between him and Conor Bradley. It also had a great night.
Yeah, I thought McAllister was one of the best players on the pitch today. I thought he was consistent. I think this was a common theme, run from deep, and he was just floating that ball almost Pirlo-like at times in that position. But here, I like it, the looks he's given over his shoulder to see where he is, space around him, his awareness, quick feet here, pops it around Bellingham, gets to the other side, and it's a wonderful finish in the bottom corner.
Ali was purring about the weight of pass from Alexis McAllister to Conor Bradley.
Yeah, I think you can see he's a very technically gifted player, and it's kind of that typical South American kind of style, and great 1-2, kind of saw the space, and then great finish in the corner.
A great way to start off against Real Madrid. Next, Macca, was a penalty to Real Madrid. We're going to show the incident first of all. This is Andy Robertson on Lucas Vazquez. Can he have any kind of quarrel about this?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Lucas Vazquez is always going to go to ground. Lucas Vazquez miscontrols it really, and that's what sucks Andy Robertson in to go over. Then he just turns his back because he thinks he's going to cross it. He stamps on his foot. You might be able to say it's minimal contact, but he's always going to go down, he's always going to fall to the floor, and it was always going to be a penalty. It's just confounded it for Andy Robertson because he gave the penalty away against Southampton a couple of days ago. But what I would say, he responded really well from that, Andy Robertson. I thought he was excellent for the rest of the game, but it was a penalty.
This is what you don't expect to see necessarily, Kylian Mbappé, but for Quidin Kelleher, what a save for him, and off the back of a save at Southampton as well, Rio. Yeah,
I mean, he's not let Liverpool down at all. He comes in, Alisson's obviously the number one, but this guy comes in and it doesn't look like there's any difference really, and that's testament to his professionalism. When the lights are off, he's obviously working very hard, and you get your rewards in these moments like this.
How surprising a moment was that for you, Kylian Mbappé missing that penalty, having it saved?
Again, it does happen. Do you know what I mean? It's I've missed penalties. Everyone's missed penalties. It's just kind of unfortunate at the moment that it's not quite going Mbappe's way. But I think on his day he's the best player in the world, and I think it's just a matter of time before he becomes good.
Do you think though they needed him tonight, didn't they? Without Vinicius, without some of the other stars, they needed him to do something, and he flattered to deceive tonight, and that was his moment. And the Madrid press, you know what they're like, Gareth. They'll be quite ruthless tomorrow, and they'll be ruthless about Kylian because he just didn't deliver again when needed to.
I was going to say, Marco, you've been at Real Madrid, obviously both of you, but there have been times in your careers when you was there, when you were searching for a bit of form and confidence. What is it like when you're in that cauldron?
Well, you're always searching for a little bit of individual form, but you've always got your 10 teammates that you can look at who can sometimes drag you forward, sometimes win the game. If you've had a bad game, if you win the game, sometimes it hides the fact, which helps. The fact is Madrid are going through a rough patch at the moment. And the big players are not playing well, so that shines the light on him even more. And the fact that he's Kylian and he's coming a free, etc., and all the baggage he brings with him, it just magnifies it by 10. Vinicius is not here. Will Kylian step up tonight? No, he won't. And what they achieved last year was they achieved everything, and this year they're really, really struggling. So it'll be interesting to see how some of them react, because you've seen it tonight. Camavinga's going to be out for a while, and they're going to be filling places in all over the place for the next couple of weeks until the big hitters are back.
Quidin Kelleher as well. Can I just give you this, because I think it's pretty special. He's faced 4 penalties and he saved 3 of those. And for want of a better phrase, anatomy of steel. Do you know what I mean? Like he's just like, how amazing. And against Kylian Mbappé as well, that does take a lot of
what I would say tonight as well, Laura, is that Liverpool had Quivin out, they had Conor Bradley, they had Curtis Jones. Forget Trent, he was on the bench. They had 3 academy players out today as well. So it's not about just buying and bringing in these big superstars from all over the world. They bring their own through as well. So that was a really, really proud achievement for Liverpool fans and the academy people.
Let's also have a look at, because Salah won them a penalty as well on Mendy. Let's show you the incident first of all, Rio.
Yeah, again, a moment. This is transition. Mendy's very quick. 1v1 he can defend, but Salah at the top of his game, one of the most devastating players in the world right now, just teases him, shifts the ball on the outside, and Mendy hasn't got the fleet of foot to be able to turn and sort his feet out, and he ends up a lazy leg out, hopeful more than anything. That's hopeful defending, and gets punished.
And yet more of a surprise around the corner, because then steps up to take this penalty and it just hits the post and goes wide, Gareth.
Yeah, again, the world's best players can easily miss penalties. It's not so easy as easy as it looks on TV. Sometimes the nerves, the situation kind of get better of you, but I think obviously he reacted very well after, and Liverpool continues to go. Obviously it was a vital part in the moment. They could have really stepped
scored
on the
at the weekend. This is tonight. His brother would have scored. You see, his brother was all. His brother was like, I would have scored that.
But like you say, it masks, when you win, it masks over any negatives.
You'll get Mbappé now getting all the bad headlines for missing a pen, and nobody will say a thing about Salah, but that's just the way football is.
Cody Gakpo did him a favour as well, though, Rio, didn't it? Getting the second goal. Let's show you this as well. Nice little header.
Yeah, it's a great ball. I mean, Robertson, again, he gives away a penalty, but this is a wonderful ball here. This is just asking to be put in the back of the net. But what I would say is that the Real Madrid team, we've got to be questioning the marking in that box. The closest person to Gakpo at that moment is Luka Modric, possibly the smallest man on the pitch in the middle of the 6-yard box. It doesn't make sense to me at all. So there's lots going wrong at Real Madrid right now, and they've got to sort it out quickly before the end of this qualifying period. They may not make it.
A huge statement win for Liverpool in the Champions League. Back to the top of the league phase, maximum points, and they've done it against Real Madrid. You can't underestimate that. Rio, what did you think of that performance?
I think they've put the gauntlet down to all the other teams in Europe. This is the informed team at the moment. They look the best team in Europe at the moment. They're playing as a team. They look like they've got the hungriest individuals about. They're not only playing well, they're not only getting the results, but they look starving. They look like they haven't been fed for ages. He's sending them out to that Rottweilers running around the pitch, hunting teams down. And they've got the composure, and they've got people like Mo Salah who have the killer instinct to finish games off. For every one of their players today performed very, very well. And I said before the game, Arne Slot would have liked to have seen what his team can produce in a game of this magnitude against such a little opposition. European Champions League winners last season. He got a very positive answer, I'm sure, today.
Gareth, for Real Madrid, how will they reflect on that performance?
Yeah, obviously it wasn't a great team performance today, but I think you'll always kind of see the amount of injuries they got. It's very difficult, but obviously Liverpool are by far the better team this evening, and really, really dominated the game from start to finish.
Maka, who's rejoined us from commentary, we just called it a statement win there. Rio was saying that we want to see how Liverpool do against some of the top teams in Europe. What do you make of that performance?
Yeah, I thought the performance was excellent, and it was what I expected. Real Madrid were down to the bare bones, Laura. They got an injury to Camavinga. They had to make lots of changes, and Liverpool's energy levels were brilliant, I thought. Real good changes off the bench, high energy play, closed Real Madrid down for most of the game, and I thought they were very dominant.
We're going to get some reaction now from the Liverpool dugout, because it was a huge night for Kelleher and also Alexis McAllister, a goal scorer and a penalty saver. Let's get some reaction now with Jules.
Yeah, Laura, two of the guys instrumental in Liverpool's win over Real Madrid tonight. Guys, congratulations. Alexis, I know you've scored in the Champions League already for Liverpool, but did this one against Real Madrid mean that little bit more?
Well, thank you very much. Yes, of course, when you play against teams like Real Madrid, it's always nice to score, but the most important thing is that we won it, and I think in a really good way. We dominated the game, we deserved it, so we needed a couple of times this guy, but thank God that he's there and he really deserves it.
Yeah, Cleveland, well played again tonight. What is going through your mind when you see Kylian Mbappé stepping up to take a penalty?
Yeah, no, I mean, for me, I don't really look at the player too much, obviously. I felt confident. I've saved two in the last week or so, yeah, I was confident, and then thankfully it went the right way again.
Cody Gakpo got the second goal for Liverpool tonight, Alexis. Has he shown, and the team as a whole, Cleveland as well, a good example of that every single player in this squad plays their part?
Yeah, that's what we try, and what when we say in the dressing room. We know that players that come in are really important to finish the games, and if you want to win trophies, you need them. Of course, it's not nice to be on the bench, but we know that every guy that is here, when it comes in, that's the best for the team.
Does it feel like a statement? You've just beaten the Champions League holders, Real Madrid, here at Anfield.
Yeah, it's obviously, it's a big result. It was a massive game for us. Obviously, they got the better of us the last few times in the Champions League, so that we wanted to come out here tonight and put on a performance, and I thought the lads did really well.
And you do have a 100% record, the only team in the Champions League with that record right now. You've won every single game, you're top of the table. Should Liverpool be spoken of as one of the favourites to go on and win this competition now?
I don't know. I mean, it is nice, but at the same time, it means nothing because it's just the first phase. So we are happy with our performances. That's the most important thing, and we'll keep going.
A Manchester City side, low on confidence, come here to Anfield at the weekend. You are 8 points clear already in the Premier League title race. After a result, a win like this, a performance against Real Madrid tonight, does it feel like you can beat anyone right now?
Yeah, obviously, I think confidence is high within the whole squad. But we know, Man City, they've not been on the best run at the moment, but what a team. So we're going to expect a really tough test again, and it's important that we keep winning the league as well to keep that gap as well. So, yeah, we'll build all this. It's good confidence for the team and then try to go again.
Alexis, you've won plenty Player of the Match awards before, but this must be a special one. You're tonight's Man of the Match against Real Madrid in the Champions League. Well done. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Ooh, there is so much going on. It is hard to keep up. Welcome back to our studio. It's so good to have you with us. Come on in.
Come on in.
Come and join us for the next hour. Jamie Carragher came in confident and will leave validated tonight.
Yes. I can't wait for table time. Oh, we're doing that tonight, are we?
Oh, we're doing that tonight,
Can you do it by yourself?
I'll do it whenever I want.
Whenever I want.
Your American accent, awful.
What about your American accent?
Pretty good, apparently.
Well, I believe so. Yeah, I was reading social media.
Yep.
After the fight?
After the fight, yes, you were American then, weren't you, for the fight?
Was I? Was I really? I don't know what people get so het up about. Live and let live. That's what I think.
You've had a bit of a little stick on social media.
Golasso Show. If you were watching the Golasso Show with Nico and Nigel, welcome along. It's good to have you with us as well. Unfortunately, that interrupted Jamie's rant, but never mind.
Did you mention Nigel as well? You said Nico.
I said Nico and Nigel.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
okay,
I always mention
Just double check him.
Can't forget Nudge.
Nope, you can't. You absolutely can't. Well, did you enjoy the second half a bit more?
Yeah, the second half was a lot better. I thought Liverpool had control in the last 20 minutes of the first half, but I don't know, it was a little bit, I don't want to say boring, but very tactical.
Well, that's what you said.
Yeah, well, it was boring for the viewer at home, but I mean, when a game's boring, it can be tactical. But second half, I just thought there was a bit more urgency, a little bit more quality. And Liverpool deservedly win.
We are going to talk a lot more about Liverpool, but can I also just mention the fact that it's Thanksgiving tomorrow in our studio in London. Good to have you with us. It's already smelling good in here. Smelling fantastic, is it not, Micah?
Yeah, it smells delicious.
Keep going, Slide.
I'm glad to
Slide. Slade.
One job.
Gone very close. Why can't we ever get people's names right on this show? Oh, I feel like we let ourselves down. Anyway, let's talk about Liverpool and Real Madrid. 2-0 win. We're going to go through the highlights of this one. Jamie, do you want to start us off?
Oh, I'd love to. Now, this is the Nunes chance early on. Listen, this was early on, got the crowd up a little bit, but, Mike has mentioned what he thought of the game at half-time, and I think I agree with him a little bit. Besides that, in the first 15-20 minutes, there wasn't an awful lot. It was almost like a boxing game. Both teams just sparring, testing each other out. But it's a brilliant save. Peter Schmeichel mentioned that at half-time. Real Madrid get away with one there. I think the young defender, Asensio, does well. Sorts his feet out, gets it away. But after that, there wasn't an awful lot really to worry Real Madrid. But this was another big Courtois save, Micah.
Yeah, I mean, Peter mentioned it at half-time. It's more just about his positioning. You see the way he took off his line, got himself in the right position, and then the size of him, it's always going to be difficult from Nunes there. But yeah, he's showing why he's one of the best in Europe, if not the best. Great save.
Yeah. And then the first goal comes. Alexis McAllister. I mean, he's been a brilliant signing for Liverpool. You think of like the big money signings, teams make. 35 million, a World Cup winner, Conor Bradley, who was outstanding as well. And I think he just hits it early, so the goalkeeper can't quite see it. Not sure why people are laughing at me, but
because that was me to talk now, but carry on.
Was
Liverpool. It's okay, carry on. It's your night.
Like when Liverpool win,
it's
Thierry.
your night.
I get carried away.
Carry on.
Carry on.
I'm smelling the food. You go.
Top end, the tongue's out. Thierry, penalty incident?
Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate, but obviously if you Robertson there and you go and close down Lucas Vazquez and then you turn, by the way, and then you put your leg in once you get down, it can be called as soft, but nowadays it's a penalty.
Yeah. I felt Kylian Mbappé, when this was given, there was a little VAR check, but the referee, he stuck with it. I just felt Kylian Mbappé, for me, looked really nervous. Obviously, they were waiting for it. Now there's a little bit of time. Obviously, he's not the most confident of players right now, certainly not his best. And there was a little bit of time, as I said, with the VAR pushing the goalkeeper back, but he seemed so desperate to take it, Thierry, and he kept looking at the referee, almost wanting the whistle to be blown really quickly to get it over with. Did you feel that?
He did look nervous. We said it actually, both of us, and
you see him looking there.
It's easy to say now because we know he missed, but he didn't feel right, and that's a great save.
We've got to talk about the goalkeeper though.
Yes, he did the same at the weekend, by the way.
He saved 3 penalties in 2 weeks. I mean, he's a man with so much confidence, and he deserved, I won't say deserved the spot, but when you've got a top keeper like Allister, whose form has been exemplary.
Oh,
like that word? I'm not saying it again.
I think you missed the L.
Did I?
Yeah.
Go on, say it again.
Exemplary.
But come on, it was twisted and turning.
Look at him, look at this man. You're man.
Salah. I mean, I wouldn't say it was his best game tonight, but on the counter-attack, he was brilliant as usual. Twisted and turning. Fakes to go like he's going to go on, open it up, but comes back onto his right foot.
Well, listen, you've given the big build-up before the game, so I'm going to let you take this.
Well, he just mishit it, you know. It's one of those things, he's changed his technique, he's gone for the outside of his foot, and he just puts too much on it, and he kicks the floor a little bit, so you can let him off. More Salah in or out, Jamie?
I'm Mo Salah in, of course I always have been, but Cody Gakpo puts it. I mean, this guy gets goals, doesn't he, Thierry? He doesn't always start, but he always comes on and scores.
He has that in his locker. He doesn't trust him sometimes to start as a 9. That's why I think Nunez knows the position a tiny bit better, but he's a good player.
Hi everyone, welcome to the Halftime Report presented by Heineken. It is so good to have you with us this evening. Kate Scott, Thierry Henry, Jamie Carragher, Micah Richards. So the main game this evening, or the biggest game on paper at least, Liverpool versus Real Madrid. It's 0-0 at the halfway point. Liverpool, of course, your former team. Give us your take on that first half.
I think Liverpool have grew into the team. They've been the better team. It was a slow start I didn't really like. Normally, Liverpool at Anfield, European nights, you get after the opposition really quickly. It almost looked like they'd shown too much respect to Real Madrid in the first sort of 20-25 minutes, but since then they've come into the game and looked a stronger team.
It's been bland. I mean, he's trying to dress it up, but it's been a bland game, if we're being totally honest. But there was a chance, and early on in the game, actually, Darwin Núñez, who looks a real threat at times, running behind. Lovely ball from Salah. See, it's just a good save from the goalkeeper Courtois, but it's an even better clearance for Asensio. Takes a bad touch here, just see it there, but he recovers ever so well. You see the goal line technology. No goal.
Let's take you over to Anfield because Peter Schmeichel is watching there for us pitch side. Peter, we saw one save from Thibaut Courtois just there. There was another one later in the half though as well.
Yeah, I mean, he's played well. Again, he's keeping his team in this game. That first save was fantastic. The second save is a little bit, it doesn't look of much, but what you have to think about when you see this is that he's there. He attacks the ball. I mean, when you see it from this angle, you see there's absolutely no way past him. He's just there, and he is keeping a really, really poor Real Madrid team in this game. And it's 0-0 at half time, down to this man here.
All right, thank you very much.